In this video, I'm going to give you my top 17 tips for ride hacks while you're at Disneyland Paris. Predict the crowd levels. Check the Disneyland Paris app for its up-to-date, in real-time queue times. And use this the closer you get to your holiday to predict the crowd levels. But just be aware, during the main holiday season, so Halloween and Christmas, crowd levels will be high. During school term times and midweek, the crowds are always less. Use extra magic hour, and I have covered extra magic hour on a video which I will leave linked here, but use it as the crowds are really low during extra magic hour. So if you want to hit up those popular rides, use extra magic hour. With the recently reopened It's a Small World, while you're on the ride, why don't you play Spy the Disney doll? And I'll give you one hint, there is a mermaid doll to keep a lookout for. Consider starting with the dark rides, meaning you'll go against the crowds. So Snow White, Buzz Lightyear's Laser Blast, Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion and Peter Pan's Flight. Everyone tends to run for the bigger outdoor attractions and then head towards the dark rides later, so go against the crowd. Go with the dark rides first and then later on in the day hit up those big outdoor attractions, so Big Thunder Mountain for example. Use single rider line where you can. If you're travelling in a couple or a group of friends and don't mind being separated, a quicker way to get onto the ride without having to buy a fast pass is to use the single rider line. You may not ride together, but it's still a really nice way to enjoy a ride and not have to queue for so long. Head for your favourite ride just before the park closes, or if it's in Fantasyland, that will be 1 hour before the fireworks start. Crowd levels do dip that last hour in the parks as people are either waiting to watch the fireworks or have already left the park, and it's always great to ride a ride in the dark. Whilst you're in the parks, keep a watch of the Disneyland Paris app for live updates on rides. So it will tell you if a ride is down for a fault, and it will also tell you the queue times. So if you don't mind queuing, head to the ride you want to ride, or maybe work around the map for rides that have lower queue times. If you want to up your game on Spider-Man web slingers, head to the Webslinger Shop, which is the exit to the ride. You are able to purchase armies from the shop, and when used on the ride, will rocket your points through the roof. They're a really great purchase, but can only be used on Spider-Man web slingers. So if you intend to ride it a lot or go to the parks frequently, it's a really good add-on. Don't forget to do rider swap. If there are people in your group that don't or can't ride a certain ride, but you still do, don't feel like that you have to miss out. Make sure you alert a cast member at the front of the line to what you're doing and then queue for the ride. Then once you've ridden the ride, go back to the same cast member and alert them that the second person who wanted to ride the ride is now ready, and they will take you through the single rider line or fast pass line straight onto the ride without having to queue in the main queue. When you're in an outdoor queue, don't forget to apply the sunscreen. You could be queuing for quite some time and may burn, so just a handy tip, keep the sun cream in your bag and keep topped up. You don't want to burn before you get on a ride. The next one is one of my top secret tips. If you're on Buzz Lightyear's Laser Blast, there is a secret disc you can hit that is going to be worth thousands of points, which will snag you the win. As you enter the room where Zurg turns to face you and he has his 2 guns and he's blasting them your way, there are 2 large targets that you can hit on the guns, and they're really obvious to spot. But as he turns, just look at his chest. There is a small disc with a Z in it. That is the top secret disc. Not every single laser blast will register with the disc, but if you are really lucky to be able to hit it in the first place and your blast registers, you're going to win. Plan to ride Big Thunder Mountain in the dark as well as in the day, but riding it in the dark gives you that extra thrill as it seems way faster than it already is. But also, while you're inside the tunnels and caves, because the sun has gone down and it's dark, you will see the effects that are in there a lot more clearer. Don't forget to pack your patience, especially with rides that only have 1 ride vehicle per ride. So Casey Junior train, for example. The queues do feel a lot longer as it won't move as quickly, so just remember your patience. Ride one of the vintage vehicles down Main Street. These are often overlooked but are so iconic to Main Street, and is a really nice way to get from A to B on Main Street without having to walk through the crowds. Fight Ride Queasiness. Just be aware of where your first aid centres are at Disneyland Paris. So if you do become really dehydrated or feel like you need something to settle your stomach while you're there, be aware of where they are and the cast members will be able to help you or give you the best advice. Find all the family-friendly rides that have no height requirements so that you and all of your family can enjoy the ride together. So do your research on the Disneyland Paris app and pull up the height restrictions for each ride. I won't list them all as it will make this video drag on, but a couple of them are Spider-Man Webslingers, which is a brand new ride at Disneyland Paris, and Peter Pan's Flight, which is an extremely popular ride at Disneyland Paris. If you're in a long queue and feel a little bit peckish, why not do a mobile order while you're waiting? It will help pass the time deciding where and what you would like to eat, and then when you've ridden your ride, go over to where you ordered your food from and it'll be ready for you. Save having to queue or make a mobile order once you've completed a ride. And it's something to look forward to when you get off. If you're planning on going to Disneyland Paris soon, what are some ride hacks that you like to do while you're there? Please drop them in the comments below. If you did find this video useful, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again soon.